Hello beautiful people. In today's video I want to just emphasize the importance of using some modern equipment and tools in your farming. This is the first time I'm using nipple drinker. This bed today is making it like, let me say, 4 days since they started using this nipple drinker, and it has been an amazing experience. These nipple drinkers has so much benefits compared to the conventional 4 liter or 10 liter drinker. The advantage this nipple drinker has is that it makes the water supply to be very neat, because your water is coming in from a mini tank like this, controlled, and goes down. So the quantity of water they are taking is just enough for them per time. They don't get to the water doesn't get to spill on the floor. And you can see very well the nipple drinker has a cup underneath, so that after the water drops from the nipples, it drops on the cup, like you can see there. It drops on the cup so that there is no spillage of water on the floor. I can see here my liters are dry. This part I just topped it up like some days ago, so it's very dry. The other end that you're looking at it that is a bit looking old is because that's the part that they were from the first time I brought them out for this part of the pen. So the liters are dry because water doesn't get to drop on the floor compared to the other drinker. The other kind of conventional drinker, even when you raise the water up, because of the water that drops from their mouth around that region, and maybe when they are rushing to get water, that area tends to be wet. So because of that, sometimes the litter gets to be wet, and when your litters are wet, there's prone to be coccidosis in your beds. And you can see these beds, I've not even treated them for coccidosis. Today is making it 2 weeks. I've not given them drugs for coccidosis of any kind, but that is not advisable for anyone. I'm running a very small scale farm, and I'm a bit very careful in my approach and what I do. So at some point I tend to reduce the medications I give to my birds. I tend to reduce the medication I give to the birds and make sure that their experience and the hygiene of the environment is very cool. That's why I try to use some modern things, and their water supply is very cool. Now another thing again is this feeder. This feeder is an amazing feeder. With this kind of feeder, I can just pour feed that can carry them for 2-3 days, and it will just serve them very well. One of the major things that causes diseases in poultry farming is diseases that comes through with humans, because humans are the major sources of diseases in poultry farming. So that's why your ability to use modern equipment that will reduce the number of times that someone gets to walk inside a poultry pen really matters. That's why in big farms they don't joke with biosecurity. Biosecurity is very important in animal farming. Even in crop farming they do biosecurity, because humans can carry diseases from your clothes, from your shoes, from your, in fact, even on your body. These things are microorganisms that might drop on your body from outside, and when you bring them to a confined space or a space where these creatures they need special attention, those diseases can spread to them and make you to lose so much money. So that's why it's very important to use modern stuff. With this nipple drinker, I don't hear to come in here every time to top of water. That stress of coming in every time the water finishes and you want to top it, and even the birds are even stressed out, because sometimes the water might get finished before you even know. So that period of time when the water has finished before you get to top it up, the birds are already starving of water. But with this system, you know the kind of water that will take them for a longer period of time, and when it gets down, when it drops down, what you just do is to top it up like this. I'm using a mini container. You see, I topped this water like 2 days ago. I'm just noticing now that it has gone down. So what I will do, I'll just fill it up again, because I don't need to wait for the water to get finished before I fill it up, so that it doesn't finish. So with this system, I don't even need to come into the pen, because this feeder, I filled it up now. It can carry them for 2 days. The way I set up this farm, I can easily top this water without coming into this pen. And with time, I'm going to construct a system whereby I can channel a pipe to be supplying feed to these feeders. Because in big farms, in big farms where they use automated system, there's a way they channel the feed to the feeders without anyone go inside to be pouring feed. So that is the goal. The goal is to make sure you reduce human traffic inside of your poultry pen, so that that spread of disease will be minimized to the lowest cost. Because when you start having mortalities in your farm, you are now losing money. Maybe for instance, if you stocked in 100 birds, you now lose like 10, 20. Already you are losing money. The cost of buying those birds were per bed. So when you start having losses and you've already fed those ones that you lost, you're losing money. So like these birds now, what is here is 51. I just got only one carton. You know, in Nigeria, broiler chicks come in 51 or maybe the 50s. So maybe sometimes they add extra one or two just in case you have mortality, it can still cover up for you. But like these birds now, they are 2 weeks old, and the 51 they are still complete, no mortality. That's how it's supposed to be. Because of the farming experience, I'm very, very careful in what I do. I'm using wood shaving, which absorbs too and can stay a longer period of time without without you changing it regularly. And this nipple drinker system is amazing. You know, it might be a bit expensive to set it up, but on the long run it's even cheaper than the conventional drinkers, because this one, it doesn't get spoiled like the other one, in as much as you handle them very well, and you have continuous flow of water, that you don't have to be washing drinkers and cleaning up every time. So that stress is cut off. So with this now, these birds can stay here for 2 days without anyone coming inside the pen. With this setup, these birds can stay in here without anyone coming to attend to them for 2 days, and they'll just be fine. Another thing again, when it has to do with broiler farm, is that you need to make sure you have a continuous source of light for them. I have a solar system that supplies power, a solar lamp that gives me regular power. You know, before I got this thing, I was a bit skeptical about it, if it's going to last. You know, in Nigeria we don't have regular supply, and even if you do have regular supply, the chances of you having it all through the day is very slim. So the best thing I always advise every farmer, if you can get this solar lamp, fine. And this company that does this solar lamp, they have a system that you can even be paying gradually, bit by bit, every week, and you'll just be fine. So if you can get a solar lamp like this that will supply you light for your beds, and even if you leave the light all through the day, even to the next day, it will still be fine. So with this now, I can just decide to leave this light on, so that even when darkness comes, the lights, they still have light. Because when your birds eat regularly, especially broiler birds, when they eat regularly, they grow faster. They grow faster. So I will encourage every small farmer, small scale farmer, in order for you to grow and reduce your costs in production when it comes to mortality, you just try to get these basic things. Some places around your neighborhood they might not get this nipple drinker, but keep asking, or you can send me a message. I can make an arrangement for you how you can get this nipple drinker close to you. I also have a video in this channel of how I gave detailed procedure of how I did this setup myself, so you can learn, get these nipple drinkers, and upgrade your farm and make your farming experience to be an exciting one. You know, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel, and if you like what you just watched, please smash the like button so as to grow this channel, so it gets to other people as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.